So I have been following your content for about 2 weeks. So I don't know
Okay.
much about your views in depth, but
Okay.
I want to know: do you believe in ancestral responsibility? Like
Uh,
you
what do
and
you mean by that?
I, for example, I belong to a Savarna caste. I don't know
Hmm.
exactly what my caste is,
Hmm.
but I do not belong to the scheduled caste. So do you think that I have a responsibility to uplift the depressed class because I was
Hmm.
born into a Savarna class
Yeah.
caste?
Yeah.
But but my point is that I do not believe in ancestral responsibility, and that is because it is the fundamental theory that is the cause of caste. That one generation of a caste must do something because the previous generation had done something, and the previous generation has
If
done
you
something.
don't, no, no, it's not the same thing though, right? Because when a person is belonging to a caste and they're told that it is their ancestral responsibility to clean the gutters, and if they don't, then they will be punished. That's different from you having the choice to do something about caste oppression as a Savarna person. If you don't do it, nobody's going to punish you, right?
No, I am not asking about it should be as a mandatory thing to do. I am asking that is it my moral responsibility to do it?
Do you not think that it
For
is your moral responsibility to uh,
I feel that
do?
I feel that it is moral responsibility of anyone, but not as it is not a responsibility as a result of my caste. It is a responsibility
I
as a
personally,
person.
listen, I personally don't care if you do it for the reason that you're Savarna or the reason that it's simply a moral responsibility that all of us have, as long as you do it. I don't really care what your reasons are. There may be people who say that these reasons are better than those reasons. I would like you to, I would like everyone to, I would like all Savarnas to be aware of their caste privilege and to do whatever they can to get rid of it and to use it to bring more power to the voices that have been unheard so far. That's all. This is kind of a philosophical point that I don't really think is very useful to talk about.
And one more thing, it is
Hmm.
also related to caste that
Hmm.
the reservation system,
Hmm.
it is in a way it is cementing caste into our society
No, it is not.
because
It's not. It's not.
no, I'm not saying that reservation should be done away with. I
But
think
it should be
it is
limited on financial basis, is what you want to say.
no. I am saying that
Then
there should be another movement, a social movement, which tries to remove caste because it is a social problem, not a political problem. It comes into a political picture, but it
it
is
is a
rooted as a
socio-political.
social problem.
Listen, every social problem is a political problem. You can't make a clear distinction like this is social and not political. It is a political
No,
problem.
no, no.
Political
The
power in the hands of people who have been oppressed because of the caste system is the solution to this problem. It will
no,
be a
no. It is
political solution
something.
as well as a social solution.
No, it is both a political and a social problem. But I'm saying that
Mhm.
it is rooted as a social problem, and as
See,
have you
I'm
read
unable to understand.
the
What I'm unable to understand is how you make a distinction between a social problem and a political problem.
no, no. It is both a social and a political problem. I am saying that
Okay.
the
No,
roots
I
are
only asked
in
because
the
you said
society.
I I just want to clarify. I only said it because you said it's a social problem and not a political problem.
No,
If you have,
the
yeah, go on.
so I am trying to say that the problem does not stem from political power. It stems from society, and it comes into the political picture. Like Baba Sahib
No,
said
you are
in
described. So here's the thing. Everything is political, right? Do you agree with that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So when you say that it emerges from society and enters politics, what you are failing to notice is that throughout the history of the entire caste system, it has always been political. Just because the shape it takes right now is the form of activism and political parties with manifestos and all, doesn't mean it became political now. It was always political. The caste system is a political construct designed to keep some people in power. And by those some people, I mean you and I, by the way. हम लोग सवर्ण हैं. हमें पावर में रखने के लिए इस सिस्टम को बनाया गया था. So it is
Yes,
political.
yes, yes. Yes, I agree with that. But I am saying that the resolution should to it should not be a political in nature, not reservation. But I feel
It cannot be non-political.
I have something in mind. Like my friend, he is also Savarna, but his father decided to stop continuing his surname. He was Verma, a very high caste,
Yes, and that's a political
and
decision.
yes,
You
and that's a
realize that's a political
but
decision,
it
right?
is much more social.
No, it
It
is.
has
See,
political impacts, but it is a
you are
social decision.
making you are making a distinction between social and political, which is flimsy at best and non-existent at worst. When a person decides to get rid of their second name, that is a political decision. I don't know how useful it is going to be, but it is most definitely a political decision. It is, you cannot say this is more social and less political, because that distinction does not exist. And by the way, if you and I give up our second name, किसी का घंटा फायदा होने वाला है उससे? क्या फायदा होगा इससे? The
फायदा
person who's being
हम
oppressed, the person who's being told that, uh, you know, uh, you are unmeritorious, you do not deserve reservation, you do not deserve support, your karma in your past life has decided that you be this in this life. Un, I, like this is tokenism, right? There are so many writers who are like, uh, see, I don't believe in the caste system, I've stopped using my second name. Wonderful. I'm sure you feel great about it. But उससे किसी का क्या फायदा हो रहा है? The only thing that is going to do things, that is going to change things, is political power in the hands of the oppressed. They are the ones who are going to be able to change things. हम लोग अपना सेकंड नेम छोड़ दें, इस तरह के 50 चीजें कर लें, किसी को कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला. All this does is make us feel good about ourselves.
No, I am saying that there should be a rejection of surnames from both sides. From both sides means from also the oppressed people. Like they should
What should
stop
be what should be from both sides?
the giving up of names, of second names.
Hmm.
It should be from both the oppressed and the oppressor side, because the oppressed side is also trying to hold on to the identity of the caste, which has been
Their
oppressing them.
holding on to their identity is different than us holding on to our identity.
Yes,
Their identity causes them grief. Our identity gives us power. They holding on to their name is a way of them remembering what they have gone through. Us holding on to our second name is a way to continue to hold on to the privileges that the caste system has given us. There is a huge
this
difference there.
this
It's not the
argument
same thing.
this argument is very poetic, but it is not logical, because the identity is
It
what
is
has
not
given them
logical.
grief.
What you are saying is completely useless. नेम गिव अप करने से घंटा फायदा होगा किसी को? इट्स कंप्लीटली फकिंग यूजलेस. इट इज अ इट्स लाइक यू सेइंग, सी मैंने अपना सेकंड नेम छोड़ दिया, तुम भी अपना सेकंड नेम छोड़ दो. बहुत से लोग नहीं छोड़ेंगे, मतलब हमारे साइड पे जो
हाँ,
अपर कास्ट लोग हैं, हम
हाँ.
लोग नहीं छोड़ेंगे, क्योंकि हमको उससे फायदे मिलते हैं. Secondly, you are aware that caste has gone beyond India, right? There is casteism in America right now. And do you know how they establish the caste of the person? If a new person joins an office where Brahmins are there, there have been reports of them putting their hand on the back of the person and checking to see if there is a lining of the janeu beyond the shirt. That is how they determine if it is caste. Now, you can talk about a future where all upper caste people have given up their second names. All upper caste people, all Brahmins have given up their Janeus. No Hindu is using any kind of caste marker, name, anything. Do you think that is less poetic than what I'm suggesting? What is more realistic? Giving people political power?
No, no.
Or all upper caste people somehow miraculously giving up their second names overnight?
My solution is not feasible. I know that, but it is not poetic. I am saying that
Okay. Listen, if you want to
your
if you want
reasoning
to
was
quibble
poetic.
about the difference between feasible and poetic, I'm not interested.
No,
It's
no,
a
I
useless
am
thing.
saying,
Be it
I am
feasible
saying
or
that
poetic, in both cases, it is useless.
no, I am saying that the marginalized people should also give up their identity for which they have been marginalized. They sh- like
Many do. In fact, there are
yes,
people who say,
like
"Don't call me Dalit, call me Buddhist." Right?
no, no, the Balmiki caste saying that we will not clean the roads, the sewers, because we have to. We will not do it. That is giving up of identity. They
No,
can
that is
be
saying we will
they can
not
be
do the things you're asking us to do. That's not. When you say that they are not cleaning gutters and they're losing their identity, you are cementing the idea that that is their identity. It is not. They should be free to do whatever they want.
No, the idea is that the caste is identified by the occupation. I'm saying give up the caste, just abolish
Give
the
up the,
caste
you
instead
mean
of
give up the,
continuing.
no, no, I don't. I think you have gotten hold of this from the wrong end entirely. And I don't think what else I can add to this. But I'm saying ki there are solutions that are practical and useful, and there are solutions which are not feasible, like the one that you just pointed out.
Like the solution that you just mentioned, conversion to Buddhism, that is also a
No,
way
I
of
didn't
giving
say
up
that
the
as a
identity.
solution. I didn't say that was a solution.
Okay, not
When did
not
I
your
say that was
solution.
a
Baba
solution?
Sahib. Okay, okay, sorry, not your solution.
I
Baba Sahib's
said
solution.
that the solution is to give political power to the oppressed. They will change their own lives if we let them. If we continue to hold on to power, then that is not going to happen. Buddhism, sure, might be a path that some people take. Something else might be a path that some other people take. But broadly speaking, the only way out of this is to give power to the people who have been denied power for so long.
Yes, that is not a point of contention over here.
Okay.
I'm saying that the holding of identity, like the oppressed should be uh, given power while staying in their caste. That is not going to help anyone, right? Because the idea of caste will continue. The oppressed must give up their caste and take up the power.
How about the oppressors give up their caste first? Okay.
Yes, that is
I will get to this middle point. After every upper caste person has given up their caste identity, we will start talking to the oppressed. Is that okay?
is that but
You're the
it
one
is
suggesting this as a solution, right?
it is very comical to ask people with power to give up power voluntarily. You know
Yeah,
that
that is true. Yeah.
obviously.
So that's not going to happen, right? So that's my
So,
point. Your point is
but
your
what is
solution is
that?
not feasible.
But what is at stake here is not the privilege of the privileged. It is the privilege of the non-privileged, right?
The
The
non-privileged don't have
underprivileged.
privilege. That is why they're the
Yes, yes,
non-privileged.
but they can have it. I am saying that
How? How?
if they get power,
Hmm. After they
I
get power, right now they don't have power, and you are talking about telling them to give up power. We will talk about that when they have power. Right now they don't, right? Right now we have the power. So we should be the one to give it up first. So after we all have done it, I will happily come back to your point and go and tell them to give up their second names. Is that okay?
yes, that's okay.
Cool.
I will
Thank you, man.
prepare better
Yeah?
next time. I will prepare better next time. I understood
Okay.
that I was also fumbling and not making sense.
That's okay. It happens. Chalo. Bye bye.
Bye.
ये क्या उतपटांग सॉल्यूशंस निकालते हैं लोग जबकि सीधा साधा सॉल्यूशन तुम्हारे सामने रखा हुआ है. I think the main reason people come up with these solutions is because they don't want to do the work that the visible solution involves. It's like there's a rocket, you sit in it, you can go into space, and there are people who don't want to sit in the rocket and they're like, हम लोग ये बाल्टी लेके ऊपर फेंके क्या जोर से, चला जाएगा स्पेस में. इसके अंदर एक बिल्ली बिठा के अगर तोप से इसको ऊपर की तरफ लॉन्च करेंगे तो चला जाएगा. नहीं, अगर मैं इस पेड़ के ऊपर बैठ के इस पेड़ को इस एंगल से गिराऊँगा उस पेड़ के ऊपर, तो उससे जो फ्रिक्शन पैदा होगा, उससे मैं उड़ के स्पेस में चला जाऊँगा. रॉकेट में बैठना भाई, रॉकेट रेडी है, फ्यूल्ड है, आग निकलनी शुरू हो गई है. नहीं, मुझे रॉकेट में नहीं बैठना. मैं वो वहाँ से मैं 4 बाल्टी और लेके आता हूँ, उसको इस पेड़ के ऊपर उल्टा रखेंगे और फिर हम लोग स्पेस में जाएँगे.